Today's topic, motorcycle final drive systems. Hit it, Don.
What do you want to know?
What kind are there?
Well, shaft drive, belt drive, and chain drive. It's
Okay.
been like that, I think, most of my life anyway.
Pros and cons.
Well, shaft drive.
Non-racing, just riding. Guys
Well-
like you and me. Not the TCs of the world.
Okay, well, for chain drive, it's been around since the beginning. Actually, belt's been around for a long time too, because they had belt-driven bikes in the early 1900s. And but chain was more dependable, stronger, tougher, smooth to some degree until they have a tendency to start wearing out. But requires cleaning, frequent cleaning, and re-oiling and lubricating. They got chains now that you don't have to lubricate, but you still need to clean them, you know, because they got some kind of O-rings in them that I don't know if that does much good either. And they still stretch over a period of time, causes sprockets to wear, causes problems, causes vibrations eventually. So they went to belts, which are nice, but they wear out too, but they last longer than chains. And they're very tough now, the new ones that they've got. They can go 60, 80, 100,000 miles, and depending on your driving and what you're doing with it, and acceleration and the weight you're pulling. You may have to replace them sooner if you're hard on them.
What about maintenance?
Maintenance on a belt is very expensive because you can't maintain it. You got to replace it.
Oiling or
There is
cleaning.
nothing to maintain.
No cleaning or oiling.
No cleaning, no oiling. Adjustment for stretching. If it stretches, you may have to make slight adjustments. But the replacement on some of these belts is very expensive. It's not as easily to replace as a chain.
Can't do it on the side of the road.
Not very easily.
A chain, no problem.
Chain, no problem. Yep, chain you can do on the side of the road. Carry an extra link or a whole nother chain if necessary.
Yeah. Sometimes
know.
it's just a link, right?
Right. Or you use the link. If one of the links break or something, you can fix it on the road. But if belt breaks, you're screwed. And pretty much drive shafts the same way. If they break, you're done. You ain't gonna fix that on the side of the road either.
Yeah.
But they're more dependable, and they're found mostly on cruisers, not sports bikes. You know, you don't find them really on sports bikes, and they don't use them in racing because the drivers like the chain better than the belt because they feel that they get better control, better feeling, read back from what's happening with the back tire and stuff like that, where they seem to be able to they can tell if the bike tire is starting to slip too much, where they can't tell that with a drive shaft. Plus there's a lot of extra weight back there with a drive shaft rather than a chain. And belts the same thing. After a while in a race, even though it may not be a real long race, they don't get the feedback from it. You get a stretching motion every time you start accelerating hard that you don't notice just driving on the street. But under hard acceleration in a sports bike, they stretch. So you don't get quite the feel for the traction of the back tires. So there's good things about all of them, bad things about all of them. Depends on your riding and what you want how much hassle you want.
For type of riding we do, cruising.
Cruising, shaft drive's fine.
Shaft
Belt drive's fine.
Belt drive's fine.
Yeah. Chain's
Chain.
fine too. You just got to clean it more often.
Clean
that's
it and
all.
oil it.
Clean it and lubricate it. It's better off-road to have a chain than it is a belt because a rock can get between the sprocket and the belt because it's wide.
And then
Pebbles can get up in there and then that ruins them even faster.
Yeah.
So that's why they don't use them in dirt bikes.
You got all three.
I've had all three.
You've had all three.
Yeah.
Right now you got two.
Right now I just got belt and shaft. I got the shaft and I got the belt.
Do you remember when you got the shaft?
Back in 1986, 85, 86 is when I got my first motorcycle, a shaft drive, a Honda Goldwing 1000.
Goldwing. The Goldwing is always.
Came out with the liquid cooled 4-cylinder vertical plane 4-cylinder engine.
The very first one was shaft drive.
Huh?
The very first Goldwing was shaft drive already.
Yeah, the Goldwing started out shaft drive right off the bat. prior to that, BMW Moto Guzzi, I think, also had them at that time, and before maybe.
Well, yeah, that makes sense because of the way the engine rotates. But when
Right.
you're going like a V,
Well, then you
you're
have to have a transmission that changes it.
2 times. Oh, that would, yeah, that's interesting.
Well, you got to have it here. Then at the rear end, you have to have a reverse again change so that you can have the forward motion. You got to have the pinion, just like a car,
Yeah.
ring and pinion gear back there. Now the oil in the rear ends, you can go around 25,000 miles before you have to change that oil.
And so that's another thing. You
And
gotta
that's
change the
but
oil.
that's simple. It only takes a pint, not even that. Not even a whole pint, I don't think. It's about 6-8 ounces or something like that.
But you got to change that for on a belt.
Around
You
maybe
don't have that.
25,000, 20,000 miles or so would probably be recommended to do that. So,
I think I prefer the belt. Well, the belt, replacing the belt is a pain.
yeah, expensive, but then so is the drive shaft if it breaks.
Oh, yeah. But if your belt breaks, say you're riding a Harley and your belt breaks, you'll have a dealer close by.
Yeah,
if you're
there's
on
more,
a Moto
there's more
Guzzi-
dealers. Yeah, there's more dealers around for Harley than there is for Moto Guzzi and stuff like that.
Yeah, if you're
Yeah,
on a
those-
Moto Guzzi and your shaft
Or,
breaks,
or even a Ducati or something, but Ducati doesn't make cruisers. They make sports bikes only. You know, they
are
don't.
they shaft?
No, they're belt.
They're belt.
Yeah, I don't believe Ducati makes anything shaft at this time.
Yeah.
I don't think they ever did.
But basically, if you're on the road cross country and your Moto Guzzi shaft goes,
There's very few of them guys
you
around.
call the tow truck and
Yeah, you call it tow truck
and get a motel.
and find the nearest Moto Guzzi dealer because
That
there's,
could be-
there's very few and far of them around the country.
Yeah, now you're
Even though Honda Goldwing could probably work, even though a Honda dealer could probably work on them and maybe even get the parts, but
you got to wait for the part.
you're going to have to wait for parts.
If your Harley
They're
belt
not going to have
goes,
them on
any
stock.
Harley dealer could replace your belt,
Right, any Harley dealer can
problem.
replace the belt or chain.
or any of these small Harley shops. These
Yep, even
These
some
local
guy
shops.
with a garage can do it.
red line.
Red line, yeah, blue line, green line, whatever.
We prefer red line.
Yep,
They're local.
yeah. Was that Phoenix on Sheridan Road down there?
Phoenix could do it.
He could do that. He works on
Even
Harleys and
Maury's place
Hondas
could
and
do it.
Kawasaki. He works on all bikes there.
Even Maury's place could do it.
Even
although
Maury's
he's
place,
more
yeah, in
classic
Illinois there, he
British,
could do
but
that.
he's got some Harleys in there. So
Yeah.
belt is okay. Chain is the easiest to replace. You could carry a
Yep.
spare chain, and
Yep.
you're back on the road in half hour.
The only thing on chain is the front sprocket. If it breaks, then you got to pull everything apart on the side.
Then your
The rear
shaft.
sprocket, that's not so bad. You pull the back tire off and put a new sprocket on pretty quickly.
But the
but-
front sprocket.
But the front sprocket,
But that's pretty rare, isn't it?
That's pretty rare.
Yeah.
But they do wear out and they do
Well,
break. They can break.
But if you properly maintain your chain and oil it, then
Maintain, lubricate it, wash it
the
up.
odds
real-
of that thing
maybe once-
breaking are
I
pretty
average
low.
about every 300 miles. They kind of recommend you do that.
Yeah, 200 was on my Sportster. It was like 200 miles. The 76 Sportster.
Yep.
My Norton, I oil it every time before I ride it. I put some oil on there.
Just use a little degreaser, soap and water. Dry it off real
There's a
good.
special
And then,
brush too for.
yeah.
But then you gotta get the bike up in the air and.
Well,
be able
not
to-
too far, but
No.
at least level so your wheel could spin in the back.
Gotta
back
be able to
there.
spin the wheel. I can do that on the center stand on my Norton.
Right.
If it's properly
Yeah.
if it's on a level
Yep.
surface. And they got a special brush that kind of grabs that chain. It's designed for cleaning the chain.
Okay.
I have one, but I haven't used it yet.
Well, maybe this year you'll get to use it if you get out riding that bike enough.
Yeah.
Put some miles on it.
Try to ride it every week, but
And then get a good chain lubrication.
Yeah.
Put it on a rag and rub it on the chain real good so, it
that you
penetrates.
penetrate. That's
Right.
the other thing, getting it in all those little
The nooks and crannies of the
nooks and
links.
crannies. Not grannies. We're not trying to get into the grannies.
We want to get in our crannies.
Crannies.
Crannies, grannies.
Well, you might want to get into the grannies, but
Oh well.
That's another video.
That's another video, whole other video. I think it's time for me to get some more hot water.
Now, do you need to use points for hot water?
No, I just keep getting hot water.
No.
I could even bring up here a envelope of Swiss Miss chocolate and just get hot water. Make my own chocolate.
They won't throw you out? You won't be...
They probably wouldn't know nothing about it.
Oh.
They wouldn't know nothing about it.
Well, okay, Don. That was pretty informative. Let's see where we're at time-wise.
Yeah.
8 minutes and 30 seconds.
Well,
Of,
we did some joking
well,
around.
We didn't talk about the primary drive, though. Some have built primary drives.
Yeah, that's real rare, though.
Yeah.
You know, that's pretty rare. And usually they're open. Some of them are open. Primary drives, like Harleys, there are a lot of them are open.
Yeah.
But now you can get it on the Norton and still close it off, but then they put holes in the cover for air.
Why does it need air? To cool it off? Or?
Yeah, helps cool it.
Oh.
Yeah.
But then you no longer have primary oil.
You don't have no oil in there then.
That's better,
Okay?
cleaner.
What a lot of guys will do, they'll drill these different holes in different sides. Then they put a screen on the inside to keep rocks and stuff from going through.
Yeah.
Try to keep it a little cleaner in there.
Now, what about the motor? Is there a primary drive on the Moto Guzzi? Is that thing connected right to the drive shaft? The transmission. It's got like a primary transmission, I would imagine.
Well, no. On Moto Guzzi, because the engine's running this way like a V8, and it's spinning this direction, so the transmission would go the same direction.
Right.
So the drive shaft, the pinion in the back. So no,
No primary.
no. Well, you just through the clutch.
The clutch.
Yeah. See,
Well,
the
okay.
clutch would be on the back of the motor, just like on a car,
Right.
and the drive shaft's on the back. So
Got it.
it's spinning and turning the drive shaft off onto the side. Can't be directly behind the
No,
motor
it's-
because the tire's directly behind.
So it's at an
So
angle.
it has to have something over here with gears turning it over here to run to the back wheel.
Yeah. Totally different than
Totally different.
your V twins or your parallel twins.
Right. See, Goldwing was the same way
Yeah.
because it was this way.
Horizontal.
Yeah, and it had a clutch in the back, and it ran the same way.
First Goldwing was what, 75?
Yeah, 75. I had the first one when they came out the very first year.
Ran out and got one right away.
Ran out and got one right away.
Did you love it?
I loved it. Like, that's why I bought a second one in 1980.
Did you have them both at the same? Did you trade them?
No, I
first
traded one in for the other. I put on the first one, I think I put 59,000 miles, and the second one I put almost 70,000 miles on it before I quit riding for a few years. Got rid of the bike because it was just sitting in the garage, and it was in the way more than it was getting ridden. So I said, "To heck with it," and I just got rid of it. So
Is that your favorite bike, the Goldwing?
for a cruiser, yeah.
Yeah.
For over the road traveling around, I would love to have another one if
Yeah.
I was gonna still do that kind of stuff, going across country and stuff. Best bike ever, smooth, good performance, especially the new ones.
Yeah.
They're running over 109, 110 horsepower in a 6-cylinder, fuel injected. You know, I mean, you can't have something any smoother or nicer than that as far as the motorcycle
Yeah.
goes. You know, they outperform any Harley as far as smooth goes, performance, reliability.
How about looks, styling?
Well, they're not bad for what they are. I think Harleys look nicer. They look, even though they're big bruisers, they look like good cruisers.
Yeah.
You know, and they got a very nice sound if you got the right mufflers on them and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Where Hondas are super quiet.
Yeah.
You know, they're super quiet because it's like an old man's bike, it's in a sense. But then so are the big old Harleys. The young guys
Yeah.
don't want them things. They want the sports bikes. That's where Harleys make a big mistake. They don't really make a good sports bike. They got the 883 and the 1200 Sportster, but they can't keep up with them crotch rockets. A 600 usually beats them to death.
Gee, thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome. Well, they're lighter. They're hundreds of pounds lighter for one thing.
Yeah.
And once they get their RPMs up, they got a lot more torque, and they're light to begin with.
Okay, well, we're at 14 minutes. I think I'm going to
End this conversation.
Hi, Dan.
Hi,
end this
how you doing?
conversation. Any farewell?
No, nothing really.
Nothing wrong. Well, you've been very informative. We learned a lot about the final drive. The three. Is there any other final drive
No.
system?
No.
Shaft, chain, and belt. That's it.
I've not heard of anything else. I've not seen or heard of anything
Yeah.
else.
Okay. Well, thank you, Don.
Yep.